Welcome everyone to another video, and in this video we are going to be featuring some of my battles. I know I've been featuring a lot of other people's battles, and it's my priority to try to put a lot of people's content out there, especially if they have a lot of fun battles and gain them a little bit of exposure. I think that's all good and fun. I have posted a lot of my battles, pretty much almost majority of the battles I've done. I've done over 1,000 battles in season 2, which is season 1, which is way more than I actually wanted to do, but I still have fun doing it, and why not showcase some of mine, especially when I have some fun teams I'm going to be running. The team I will be showcasing is Toxicrow, Azumarill, and Shadow Hypno. Shadow Hypno is one of my most favorite Pokemon to use in Go Battle League, especially at the higher ranks, because it's hits so hard and still has a lot of bulk. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I pick up a very positive lead of Toxicrow into Registeel, and then here I'm just looking to land the Sludge Bomb or grab a shield before switching out. I don't need that much to beat the Registeel, so I do switch out into Shadow Hypno. I do think that this is an Ice Beam, but I'm gonna have to shield one anyways. I'm not gonna shield the second one. This is clearly an Ice Beam. If they would have went for a Hydro Pump, I would have been in a lot more trouble, but Shadow Hypno, even though it has 20% less bulk than regular Hypno, still has pretty good, and as well I'm missing some of the bubbles there, but that's good. I am going to look to connect with another one, and this time I hit all the bubbles. Unfortunately, it's not quite enough to win out this match, so I am going to let it go. And the Ice Beam comes through. I'm okay. I'm up a shield. Even if they have a Grass type, I should be able to switch out into Toxicrow and be able to still be fine. They switch out into Registeel, which tells me that they have like Altaria in the back, which is totally fine by me. So I am gonna look to. I think I shield here. I do expect them to have Altaria, or otherwise they would have switched to it. So I am gonna look to build up a little bit. Take the Flash Cannon with Toxicrow, because basically Toxicrow, it's almost dead weight to me. And yeah, and then I'm just gonna look to bubble down this Registeel, and they do have an Altaria in the back, and they decide to leave the match. Yeah, so like kind of expected in terms of this, like the most standard team. It is a very strong team: Altaria, Registeel, and Azumarill. Okay, so this is an okay match for me. It's pretty like even. Obviously, Toxicrow is very squishy, and I do am shielding. I do need to land one bait if I want to win the 2 shield, but I go straight for the Sludge Bomb. And man, I am really bad at guessing this match. I don't know why. You'll see a little bit later on, and I just barely miss out on the Sludge Bomb. I am gonna put up the shield to land this Sludge Bomb, and we're gonna see whether or not this Azumarill is gonna double shield. No, they do not, so I counter down, and I have a little bit of energy. So, and then here that comes Toxicrow on their side. I switch out to Shadow Hypno. I do a lot of damage. They actually have a Ferrothorn. This is actually very bad for me. I figured if they had a Toxicrow, that means they have something very weak to Toxicrow in the back, so I'd rather draw it out with my Shadow Hypno, especially since I can still do a lot of damage to whatever's coming in, because Shadow Hypno is quite bulky. It's very difficult to farm down, and those confusions and whatever punches I'm going to throw at it do quite a bit of damage, so I do grab the last shield, which is good for me. And what do I do here? So here comes the Power Whip. Still in a tricky situation, I'm not gonna lie. I come back in with Toxicrow. I tried to land the Mud Bomb, but it's unfortunately a little bit too late. I probably should have sacked Azumarill, to be honest, and I'm gonna get hit by the Sludge Bomb. Not well played by my opponent. There's not really much I can do at this point in time. I'm gonna throw the Ice Beam, but I definitely have lost this match. This is my first time running this trio, so I'm still getting used to the nuance. I definitely should have just went into Azumarill, wait for the Power Whip to come through, then come in and farm down with Toxicroak, and that would have like left me with a Mud Bomb or forced the Toxicroak to have a Mud Bomb as well. So just not great play on my part. And I go into the next match. So this is very bad for me. So I go into Shadow Hypno right away to try to win switch advantage. And they do a really nice job here, and they totally fake me out, which is very unfortunate. I'd rather throw the Ice Punch since it would do neutral damage. The Thunder Punches are resisted. So I fortunately do land the Ice Punch. It's kind of a weird matchup here. I'm not sure if they lagged. It's very hard to tell with all the clouds and stuff. So they do have enough energy for a Blizzard. I do let the Mud Bomb go through, and I believe I shield this, which is actually not great. I should have just kept going Confusion down, expecting that they were going to beat me to the charge move, but this is quite alright. I'd rather take switch advantage. I cannot have my my Toxicroak lined up with Skarmory. I'm still in a very not so great position. They do throw their energy, which I'm fine with. I've taken out a lot of damage, a lot of health with that Confusion damage. So I do come back in with a Azumarill. I'm in a pretty decent situation right now. They're not switching out, which tells me they have something pretty weak to Azumarill. Maybe another Altaria. Let's see what they're gonna do. I believe I do shield here. Yeah, I definitely shield here. And then I feel pretty good. And then I go for another Ice Beam. And then I think that they have something very weak to Azumarill. So I end up switching out into... And they have a Alolan Marowak. Unfortunately, my Azumarill was not enough to win out that match. And unfortunately, I didn't get a big enough energy advantage against this Alolan Marowak to be able to land 2 Mud Bombs. They are going to throw the Bone Club. And unfortunately, I'm just 1 counter short. I tried to bubble down, but it's a little bit too late. Even if I landed that Mud Bomb, to be honest, I would have like undercharged it so I could have bubbled down, and that would probably have been my only chance, because I do think I would have survived an initial Sky Attack. So kind of a rough lead to deal with, and I don't have a Registeel to like be able to farm up or win that matchup in an even more positive light. So I do lose the lead there, which is totally fine. And they do switch out into Azumarill. So this is actually really good for me, because I totally expect them to be running Registeel in the back. So as long as I can win switch advantage or give my Azumarill a lot of energy, then this is pretty much clear sailing for me. So I do throw the Thunder Punch. Let's see if they're going to shield. They probably will shield. Maybe not. Okay, they do shield. And I'm looking to land this additional Thunder Punch. What do I do? Do I farm up a little more? I do farm up a little bit. I do 1 extra Confusion. That will put me in a pretty good position if they do come back in with Altaria for me to get to the Ice Punch. And I haven't shown Ice Punch yet. So if I connect, that's great. Oh, they come in with Registeel, and this is very good for me. Yeah. Well, it's okay for me, I guess. Okay for me. I think they do have to throw. Okay, this is good. Basically, Azumarill is going to clean up both these Pokemon in the back, and they switch out into Altaria. I switch out just in time to catch the Sky Attack. Really nice play of them trying to bank it, but unfortunately, I was a little bit too quick, and Azumarill is going to be able to easily take care of this Altaria. I actually want to throw the Ice Beam right away to try to incentivize them to switch out, because I'm in a very good position right now. I think I even throw the Ice Beam because my switch clock is coming up. Do I throw the Ice Beam? No, I throw the Hydro Pump. I don't know why I just didn't throw Ice Beam, just to chip away at them, because I don't think I'm gonna... Oh, maybe I will grab the Slash Shield. So I am waiting for them to throw their charge move, and I'm gonna threaten with the Hydro Pump so they have incentive to throw, and I'm in a very good position right now. I'm very close to the Mud Bomb, and even this Flash Cannon is not going to be enough to take me out. Pretty low, but not low enough, and I'm able to take that match. Shadow Hypno, so good, like as a switch in. especially when you throw the correct. So I lose the lead again. You'll see I lose the lead a lot in this matchup because Altaria is a very popular lead, and they switch out into Defense Deoxys. So I do let this Rock Slide go through. I should have built up a little bit more energy to threaten with the Shadow Ball to potentially grab a shield. But I'm doing a lot of damages with this confusion. Shadow Hypno is just putting in a lot of work. So they let this go again. So at this point in time, I think I decide to shield, and then I'm like, I guess I can just farm down, to be honest. Like, or I just throw the Thunder Punch. If they shield, then I will shield as well, and then I will just farm them down. And then I do have, yeah, I'll just farm them down. Azumarill Altaria is a very positive matchup. I can win that matchup easily down a shield. And then I save the Ice Punch and I switch out into Azumarill. Really, you're going to see how clutch this switch in later is. Anyways, I'm in a very good position right now. I do throw... Let's see what they have in the back. If they have a Grass type, then I'm kind of in a pickle. No, they come with Defense Deoxys for some reason. I'm not sure why. And they come in with Lantern. I'm not sure why they didn't just come in with Lantern right away. That was kind of a weird switch. And yeah, so I land the Hydro Pump, which is good for me. I need to come in with Toxicroak and land the Mud Bomb before they get to a charge move. So I do throw it, and I think we actually CMP tie. Do we CMP tie? No, we don't. Okay, but either way, I'm in a very good position right now because no way they can stack back-to-back Thunderbolts, and they Hydro Pump me, which is a good play. But unfortunately, I saved a charge move on Shadow Hypno, and Shadow Hypno just punches its way to victory. So that's GG. Man, just so I'm in love with Shadow Hypno. It's just so good. They switch out into Wish Cash. I'm not sure why they look like they blind switched to Wish Cash. I'm not sure why. Maybe they thought I was going to come in with Registeel or something. So this is kind of weird here. So I do shield this. I'm not sure if they missed some bubbles or something because what happened here? Or maybe a Blizzard doesn't do that much. Let's see. Maybe I do. Maybe it does less than I thought. I thought I would get KO'd by this Blizzard. I'm sure my editors will put up how much damage a Blizzard does to a Shadow Hypno. I'm able to confusion down, which is absolutely amazing. And I think I do. That was weird. I'm not sure. Anyways, I go for the Ice Punch. And they obviously shield because that would do so much damage to Altaria. Though Altaria would survive, they switch out, and then I switch out on my side, and this is pretty straightforward. To be honest, I could have no shielded this because I was very certain it was a Frenzy Plant, but I didn't want to take any risk and get Earthquaked and then end up losing the match. Because like even if they farm me down all the way, I still have an Ice Beam banked. They could throw like 3 Sky Attacks and I would still survive. So I'm in a very good position right now. And these counters are enough to basically get it in Ice Beam range. And they throw the Sky Attack. And yeah, and I'm in, well, I don't have an Ice Beam bank, but pretty close. I'm like full health, so there's really not too much this Altaria can do. That's GG. Shadow Hypno, it's just like a really, obviously, if I run into Umbreon, if I run into, you'll see even with Registeel, it's not that bad, but Umbreon is quite rare. So again, I lose the lead again. You'll see like how many times I lose the lead, and they come into Registeel. Okay, watch this matchup. I think it's this one. So here's the thing, like Shadow Hypno is still a Hypno, right? It's still very bulky. These confusions are packing a huge punch, and I think it's this one. Maybe it's not. We'll see. They let me get another Thunder Punch through. Obviously, I have an energy advantage, but Registeel's still like, okay, what do I do here? I think I do shield. And then I'm just like, even though I don't have Fire Punch, you'd think like I need Fire Punch for Registeel, and yeah, obviously it would help in this matchup. It would make it a pretty neutral matchup, but a Thunder Punch, and then I'm like, I'll just shield and then farm you down, come back in with Altaria, I'll grab the last shield again. And then I do Confusion down right before they're able to get to it. And then I do land the Ice, I do get to the Ice Punch. Now we're at even shield and I have switch advantage. That's like amazing. I don't know if like, yeah, really good for me. And I switch out into Toxicroak and they go just for the Ice Beam. That is not enough. Either way, like, I'm in a pretty good situation right now. They go for the Ice Beam. This is not gonna KO. And I'm in a really good position right now. Land the Sludge Bomb. It's not enough to KO. And what do I do here? Actually, they stop. I forgot what they did. Maybe they didn't throw the Ice Beam. I don't know. I was actually a little bit surprised. I probably should have just committed to countering down, but it really doesn't matter at this point in time. I'm like Azumarill versus Altaria at pretty much even health. They have a slight energy advantage. This Ice Beam's not going to be enough to KO, but another Sky Attack is not going to be enough for this Altaria to be able to fight back against Azumarill. It's going to put me in the yellow. Yeah, it is. And I probably couldn't survive another one, but that's quite alright. Well, survive another one plus all the Dragon Breaths associated with it. But I do KO and take that matchup. So GG. And we're going to go into this next match. Again, I lose the lead. This one I actually think was tricky. What happened here? Oh, they have... Okay, if this was Spark Probopass, maybe I would have a chance. But this is actually Rock Throw. I lost a Rock Throw Probopass. I have no idea. This is so confusing to me. I decided not to shield because I really don't know how I'm going to win Switch Advantage. Well, maybe if they let another Thunder Punch go through, yeah, maybe I could have. But it's a very awkward situation for me. Rock Throw Probopass. I don't even know if I come back in with Toxicroak. I guess I do. I do. And I think I just let this go. I think this is like a Magnet Bomb. Rock Slide. Okay. I think they probably have Thunderbolt. And I come into Azumarill, but this is all but lost. That was... Oh, man. If I would have came in Azumarill into that Rock Throw Probopass, I would have been in a very good situation. Because I would be doing super effective damage with those bubbles, and then I could have lined up Hypno into Meganium, and this is it would be pretty much a wrap. But kind of a weird team, but it worked for them, so I think I no shield this. It's over. There's not really much I can do. They still have 2 shields. If they had no shields, I definitely would try to commit to farming down and then throwing a Sludge Bomb and then potentially trying to win that way. But it's not really too much I can do that in that situation. So I do have some really good plays later on. You're gonna see in a little bit. So this is a favorable lead for me. So they come in with Toxicroak on their side. I switch out into Shadow Hypno. Man, Shadow Hypno is absolutely mauling this Toxicroak. I feel terrible for it. Oh my gosh, that was really bad for the Toxicroak. I think they come back in with the Dugong. I do go for the Thunder Punch. I don't know if they shield. I think they do shield this one. Yeah, because that would do so much damage to them. And I'm really hoping to get this Thunder Punch. I'm hoping to survive this Icy Wind, to be honest. Not by too much because I don't get farmed up a lot. And then I actually don't tap another one because I know the Confusion's registering. And then they switch out into Defense Deoxys. So I'm like, this is good for me. Either way, I would have been fine. I go for the Hydro Pump because I figured why not. I'm pretty sure this is the... Oh, they actually bait me with Rock Slide. So I go for the Hydro Pump, hoping that they don't shield. But they do shield. It kind of makes sense. Their Dugong has such low health that it definitely would have been the right play. I let this go because I need... they go for the Rock Slide. I need a shield for my Toxicroak if I do end up against the Dugong matchup. I don't want to take an unshielded Icy Wind. So I think I let this go, and then I'm just going to look to counter down this. They do, of course, Psycho Boost, and then I'm pretty sure they're going to switch, which is totally fine by me. And I think I shield this, and then I Sludge Bomb the Defense Deoxys. Yeah, there you go. Toxicroak's usually an okay switch in, but it just absolutely got mauled in that last match. Oh, Shadow. Oh, man. One of my... If you don't have a Shadow Hypno, obviously, if you have frustration, don't use it. So again, I lose the lead. So to be honest, I really should be switching my lead. I don't know. This is okay. Like, Shadow Hypno with energy is so good at flipping this matchup. And then, oh my gosh, they totally... Ah, man, I saw that coming too. I don't know why I did that. Oh man, I would have been in such a good position against this Lantern. I'm still in a really good position. You can see these confusions are absolutely chunking away at this Lantern. And then I throw the Thunder Punch. And if this connects, okay, which it does not. But the next one, I actually should beat it towards it. Let's see if they double shield. To be honest, it's probably not going to KO. It doesn't KO. But again, I'm willing to go 2 shields because Azumarill and Altaria is such a positive matchup. And plus, I have so much energy, and I should be able to get to this Ice Punch. And, oh, they Sky Attack me, which is fine. Azumarill can beat Altaria down a shield. The question is, what do they have in the back? And I'm trying to not to get baited, and we lag there. I was like, oh god, not great. So they Sky Attack. We CMP tie, which is good. I prefer that. I'd take that rather than having this Ice Beam go into the next Pokemon. So they come. Oh, they have Toxicroak. Okay, watch this switch. This is an absolute brilliant switch, and I take the Sludge Bomb into Toxicroak. Thing of beauty. To be honest, I probably could have threw the ice beam, but regardless, I didn't want to risk a CMP tying, even though I think for sure I would have landed the Ice Beam, but it was a pretty decent flag. I had the Ice Beam 1.5 turns sooner, but why not? Why not? Really nice switch on my part. If I do so say myself, or whatever the phrase is, do so say myself. I don't, man, this is way too late. Jesus. Okay. Well, I kind of ruined that switch by brutalizing that saying, but that's okay. So this is actually a really terrible lead. So I switch out into Shadow Hypno, and I'm looking to look to mirror. I'm going to pretend I have Shadow Ball. So I shield. And this is actually a pretty neutral matchup. I'm pretty sure my opponent does not have Shadow Ball as well, but I just fake it, and then I go for they get a confusion through, which kind of sucks. And I do throw the Thunder Punch, and I'm pretty sure this is just the Thunder Punch as well, but I'd rather control switch advantage because I cannot have this Hypno lined up with my Toxicroak at any cost. So Thunder Punch does connect, and then I'm gonna look to confusion down. They come in with Azumarill. Oh, that's perfect for me. Oh no, they come in with Altaria. I'm gonna counter switch into Azumarill. This is really good for me. I am gonna look to over farm by I think 2 bubbles. Yeah, because they hit the Sky Attack when I got to the 3rd bubble, and we CMP tie. If I do, well, they're gonna get it anyways, so I guess it didn't really matter. I'm gonna farm down. I have a lot of energy, and I believe they actually have a Toxicroak in the back. We have a little bit of lag. Doesn't really matter because I was gonna bubble down anyways, and they got the Dragon Breath anyway. So, and then they're gonna come in with Toxicroak. I don't know why I threw the Ice Beam. Well, oh, a really nice play by my opponent, and I've tried to get as many confusions in as possible. But to be honest, I'm in a good position because I am going to be able to survive this Mud Bomb just by a little bit. You can see I survived because of the one additional counter that it took less for them to get there, allowed me to get it. And then they should actually probably undercharged. Well, obviously they were begging of KOing me, but because the second mud bomb that they did was one less energy. I don't know actually, 42. Maybe it's not actually. I'm not sure what happened there. Regardless, I survived. And then I switch out right away into Hypno because it's such a bad matchup versus Shiftry. Because Shiftry obviously double resists the confusion damage. And they go for the Ice Beam. I go for the Thunder Punch. I'm just looking to control switch advantage. And they do shield that as well. And let's see. I guess the Azumarill is a bad matchup as well, but I presume that Azumarill is not as bad. So I do shield, I believe, and then, which is a great shield by me. And then now that they threw the Hydro Pump, I'm just gonna confusion down. I think they come back in with Shift Tree. I probably should have just went back into Toxicroak, but this actually allowed me to counter down without getting hit by a charge move, so it kind of worked out, to be honest. And I definitely could have farmed down. I just got a little bit worried that they're going to throw an Ice Beam, but they had just thrown the Hydro Pump, so I'm in a very good position right now. I do connect with this Mud Bomb. Yeah, I'm in a good position, right? I still have an Azumarill in the back. This Flash Cannon won't KO, so I'll get a few more counters in. Not too many, just three in, so they have 30 energy, which is a decent amount. Do they have another Pokemon? Let's see. No, they don't have another Pokemon. And I just go straight up for the Hydro Pump. No fooling around there. And I do connect with the Hydro Pump, able to take that game. Gonna go into this next match. Okay, so this is a good matchup for me. And I'm waiting for them to switch out. I switch out into Shadow Hypno again because it has such a poor matchup with Zweilous. Though I have the Ice Punch, that's always my bailout plan, but I'd rather not line that up. And I go into Shadow Hypno and I look to land this Ice Punch. And these confusions are absolutely chunking away at Altaria. You'll see how much damage it's actually doing to Altaria. It's pretty incredible. I think I do shield. Yeah, and I think they make a really nice switch. Switch clock is coming up. No, I throw the Ice Punch. Did I grab both shields already? I think so, I did. It doesn't really matter. I don't remember. Okay, they come in with Zweilous, and I switch out into Azumarill because I don't want to get farmed down. They come in with Meganium. This is totally fine by me. I guess I could have. I guess if I got farmed down, I was worried that this is a question. It was a questionable play by me, to be honest. Very questionable play, but the energy advantage allowed me to actually be able to land this Ice Beam. And because I didn't take that much damage from the Dragon Breath, that's what allowed me to KO Meganium. And I believe they have a lot of energy, so I'm very worried about it. So I make a really nice play here. I'm pretty proud of this play. If you watch this, boom, switch out. They actually Dark Pulse me. They really should have Body Slam me. So this actually probably would not have worked out. I think I survive a Body Slam. And then I really just need to Mud Bomb there anyway. So maybe it wouldn't have been that big a deal. But they definitely should have Body Slam me. Dark Pulse and Body Slam actually do the same damage. I believe it does about 40% to... yeah. I believe this... Oh, no, actually, I have a bunch more battles. Okay. So again, I lose the lead. Which I don't mind because I really like Shadow Hypno with a lot of energy. It's so dangerous, and then especially when I counter switch into Altaria, then I eventually know I'm going to lock in this Altaria with the Azumarill, which means I can gain an energy advantage against whatever Pokemon later. So again, losing the lead, not a big deal, more so that it's Altaria is really, really good for me. Obviously, the Noctowl Skarmory, not as good for me because they have such neutral matchups. Oh, they make a really nice switch. into Deox. This is fine. This is fine. I come back in with Toxicroak, and what do I do here? Do I no shield this? This would be a huge no shield. If obviously if it was Psycho Boost, I would look like a total idiot. And I let them actually hit me with another counter because I don't want to have too much health. But I end up farming down, and I'm looking to land this Sludge Bomb on this Altaria because that definitely would have KO'd. What do they have here? I think they have a Registeel in the back. So here comes a Sky Attack. I would have loved for that to go into Hypno, but this is alright. Yes, they do have a Registeel. Not... I don't know. Oh, they make a really nice play on me. I think this one. It's either this one or the next one. They make a crazy play on me. I totally misplay it. Or I make a really good play. One of the two. This is a pretty memorable match that I don't remember. I end up sacking. Oh, yeah. They make a good play here. They actually undercharge. So I think they undercharge. Yeah, that was a really nice play on their part. And I should just... They flash cannon me, then they come in and sky attack me. Yeah. Yeah. So then here I missed my opportunity because I saw the Altaria come in and they make a really nice switch on the bubble. I should have just Ice Beam right away, to be honest. Though I probably would have lost still because I needed to farm up that Altaria. So yeah, we both made nice plays, but the sack switch did not end up favoring me because they ended up undercharging it, which worked out really well for them. So what do I do here? I think I end up oh yeah, okay, this one kind of sucked. I bait. Yeah, no, it doesn't work. That sucks. Okay, I think they play rough me. Yes, they do. I don't know why I just didn't go for Sludge Bomb. Yep, like an idiot. So they actually don't go in, so I'm like, oh, damn it. I was like, I think I ended up shielding this. I was like, whatever, I'm committed. And the shield was so obvious on their part. The Hydro Pump was so obvious on their part. I was like, okay, I'm committed. Let's go Shadow Hypno. Just do some work, please. This Flash Cannon is not going to KO. It's going to force them to... Okay, so I think I end up in a 0-2 shield matchup of Azumarill versus Altaria. So I really need to hit this Thunder Punch, and they do a really nice job at timing it. So okay, so they still have 2 shields, which is not great for me. I end up countering down. They come in with Altaria, I come back in with Azumarill, and then now I end up in this 0-2 matchup, but I have energy. Yeah, so this is like why Shadow Hypno is so good. As long as I take out, ultimately take out the Azumarill in this Altaria, Registeel, and Azumarill Metacore, like Azumarill is just going to be able to beat the remaining 2. So my Shadow Hypno is just my flex pick, and then Toxicroak is just there, right? Like, I know it's just there in case they lead a Registeel, but really, it's for me to get an energy advantage with Shadow Hypno so I can flip the matchup, and then especially when they lead Altaria. I think I only lost like 1 match. I think I ran into like, I don't know, maybe my editors will write it down. I think I led into like 8 or 9 Altarias in this, maybe like 5 or 6. So anyways, really fun team. Shadow Hypno, so dangerous. Those confusions do so much. Thunder Punch, Ice Punch. You can also go Fire Punch if you want a better Registeel matchup, if you think they're going to counter switch to Registeel, but you can see it's still a very playable matchup if they do counter switch, because you can just farm down Thunder Punch, Ice Punch. None of them want to take it with from Shadow Hypno, so you end up in an even shield matchup and have switch advantage. Then Azumarill versus Registeel and Altaria is still like a fantastic matchup. So anyways, I'm gonna leave it there. If you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see everyone in the next video.